Thursday Thunder. Okay, this looks like a filter, I realize, but it's not. It's just what a little rain will do to a forest. Hey, it's Thursday. Hope you're doing well. I am actually going to share an audio I recorded yesterday, but here's just a little intro because I can't remember how much of an intro I gave with that audio, and I'm kind of crazy that I'm doing this stuff, but the audio is basically just a recording for myself, and yet I'm going to share it with you. And it's about listening to your body, feeling, knowing, understanding, recognizing, getting to know better, your body and how it gives you messages. Um, that's really it. The feeling I had the other day on Saturday, I was heading off to an event and I was realizing how potentially important to me this event was in my present and future, really, and how I felt it heading out that way. And today, what I want to then share with you is to keep an eye out for those feelings, for those, when I say feelings, I really mean physically feel, like you feel something. I feel nervous, or I feel giddy, or I have butterflies in my stomach, or whatever it may be. Listening to them, feeling for them, being aware for them. I know aware is such a overused word, but our body tells us a lot, and we don't often listen. So, okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I was in a train on Saturday, and I had a feeling I haven't had in a long time. And it was so strong that clearly, that I recorded a bit of audio about it. And it was really exciting. And again, so here's my story, but my tip for you then is to listen to the signals and then, ideally, act upon them. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This is Thursday Thunder. Here comes, I think it's 6 or 7 minutes of audio of my recording from the other morning, having realized what I felt and what I think it means. All right, till next Thursday. I'm gonna give you I'll leave the video on here and change the audio and let you watch a little bit of Pepper having fun in the little pond here. Okay, thanks for watching. Hey, just a little audio recording here real quick. I don't want to forget this. I was in the train Saturday. It's Wednesday. Uh, going to Amsterdam. And I was going to super fun, and maybe that's why this all happened, to an improv comedy workshop. Super fun. Not necessarily stand-up comedy, but improvisational comedy, right? The workshop was fantastic. Totally was in my element. I had the least experience there, but I kept my own. It's called held my own, and I just loved it. So here's what happened on the way over there. On the way, on the train, we were just leaving Zingbergen, and we're going through like some little boring town, and I felt this in my body, in my heart. And I don't know, I wish I could say I had this feeling more often. I don't, or at least not as often as I'd like to, not recently. But what it felt like, and this is, a friend of mine's going to laugh at this, but it reminded me of Wixhausen, tiny little, stumpy little town where I lived in Germany, talking many years ago. And at that time, I felt like every day was a gift. I felt that I was the luckiest guy on the planet, that how could all of this good fortune land on me? And I'm in this dumpy town. I had this awful little one bedroom in this house with this old cranky woman. And this town is so ugly. Wixhausen. I'm really sorry if any of you live in or were from Wixhausen in Germany. But the feeling I had then in the train, I remember, because I would take the train to work. And I just felt blessed, joyful, just pure pleasure and energy and love. I probably didn't feel it as that then, but I see it now. That's what it was. And so I felt a little bit of that on the way to Amsterdam on Saturday. And as I felt it, it was very clear that I hadn't felt it in a while. And that was cool, to understate it magnanimously. I mean, I felt I am no longer whatever I was, 20. No, I was old, 24. And that feeling then was much more common. I was just a happy guy who made things happen and I truly appreciated them. And I still do that, but it's like anything. You eat your favorite ice cream, once a week for 10 years. Well, it might still be your favorite ice cream, but that initial glow can wear off with anything, of course. It's normal, it's natural, I suppose. Maybe it doesn't have to be. Maybe that's the point. But this feeling I had, and it was truly this gut, this heart. I'm not sure I can explain it as well. This is why I'm trying to explain it here, even to myself. Was it happiness? Was it joy? Was it meaning and purpose and all these big words? But how does that translate into a more common emotion? And maybe that's just it. Maybe it's not such a common emotion. But I felt it. And I have to say, I'm going to make the connection here with the workshop. Come on, Pip. The improv comedy workshop, and how, again, I'm in this room. These people got 4 years, 8 years, 7 years experience. Some of these people run their own improv shops. They call them troupes. And they play, it's the verb they use, I play with this troupe. Or this is my troupe that we play with. That was really cool. Totally up my alley as well. And I just felt like, wow, this is, it's not the thing I need to do. It's at least an element of it. And then we get back to back to stage, presentation, presenting, stand-up, comedy, in front of the camera, on the stage, and then improv, and not necessarily the rehearsed, very Toastmaster speech. And that's just what comes to me naturally. It's what I'm damn good at and love. And that, my dear listener friend, was me. Yep, it's got to be related to the feeling I had in my heart on the train, looking out at the fields. It wasn't like some spectacular view, but that's the point, right? It doesn't matter where you are. It matters who you are as you're in that place. It matters who you are. And then the where you are becomes less important. And yet, inversely proportionately, becomes even more glorious. Going with that, that's what I wanted to share.